story, because this is one, well, that it started with your conversation piece before we got rolling today. There's not a lot, you said, you can do in Door County without transportation. Can you go into that a little further? What do you mean by that?
Well, everything is, especially if you need to get to Sturgeon Bay, and I live up in Sister Bay, and without a car, it's kind of difficult. It's a long walk.
Yeah.
And I am a driver. I drive myself, but I found myself in a situation where I was unable to drive and yet needed services in Sturgeon Bay. And so I called Door-Tran, and it has been the most pleasant experience I have ever had.
Really? Why do you say that?
Well, every driver that I had was extremely friendly, and the 30-some miles that you drive from Sister Bay to Sturgeon Bay was filled with so much fun and laughter.
Even
and
when John is your driver?
Even when John was my driver.
We'll get to John. Mr. Fleischer will have rebuttal, I promise. Aww.
Yeah,
So how long have you been using Door-Tran?
It's been a month.
A month.
And it's twice a week that I had to come down to Sturgeon Bay, and I would highly recommend it to anybody that was in the position that I was in, that all of a sudden you just couldn't drive yourself, and yet you needed to get to these appointments that I had. So
Pat Beckstrom, as she mentioned, is a Sister Bay resident, and I think this just shows the range and the depth of Door-Tran. It's not just a Sturgeon Bay only thing. And
right.
She mentioned crossing county lines.
Yeah.
And how has it helped? I mean, how is it, if you will, if you could really put it down to it, how's it changed your life, if you will?
Well, yeah, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get to the therapy sessions that I needed, and I still would have not been able to drive.
Yeah, wow.
If I hadn't done that, so.